me.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
for it with Robinson. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to lose yardage here. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On the keeper, here's Goff. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
From series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the now. When that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
Hal trying to pick it up on 3rd. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At the 20.
Howell throwing again after the pick six.
His throw incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's got some space here.
13 yards there at a Washington first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Howell throwing on first down here.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through, dropping for an 8-yard loss.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 37.
Early down stuff put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go option to the short side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A give for Taylor running right side. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down, right near the 24. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
First down, Howell to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
You better strap up tight if you're standing Brian Robinson's way. He will try to go through and carry guys along to pick up extra yardage, and he really relishes finishing runs with authority.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with a 2nd and 3. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Howell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
1st down catch there by Jahan Dotson. You get the sense watching him that his ascent is only just beginning. More catches, yards, and touchdowns every year at Penn State, and played his way into the 1st round. A tremendous athlete. He also runs routes with great intelligence.
Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Second down, Howell now.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And the tackle going to be made after 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Howell will throw it. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Robinson with another carry.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
The best offensive lines I know, they hang together and they don't really make a distinction. The right side of this offensive line, they may ask for a raise after that one because without them, that first down doesn't happen.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Detroit. Good start to the season for him. He had a touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace is already established, right? I'm not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals, they all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Howell. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On the give, here's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards much for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And there was some of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
On the counter, Gibson.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Listen.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Romeo Aquara shooting in there and dropping it for the sack.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and one less down to try and get it.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Now Howell. Out left to Dotson.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing it.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down. Howell. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Commanders 21, Lions 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
170 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On third down, here's Taylor. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because a game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.